Okay, here we go. This is part 2 of a 2-part series, so if you're interested in watching part 1, check out my last video, which will be linked on the end screen. In this episode, I will be binding pages together to create a handmade sketchbook or journal. Hello and welcome. My name is Diette and thanks for checking out this video. It is Wednesday, December 28th as I record this voiceover with my sidekicks, Buddy and Basil. The sketchbook I create in today's episode has been mailed out for December's mail of the month. I created the handmade paper and silkscreen pattern in the last episode, and now I'm going to test out binding the handmade paper. Spoiler alert, it actually turned out better than I thought it would despite the fragility of the paper. I spent some time scouring YouTube for binding methods, and there are a plethora of creators posting on this subject. To begin with, I've already prepared 3 sets of signatures to create 3 bound books, and so I tried 3 different but similar methods of binding. A while back, I purchased this bookbinding kit from Amazon. Now that I've worked with it, I recommend purchasing a curved needle if you are planning to try this for yourself. Admittedly, I'm not very well coordinated, especially with sewing. I stabbed myself numerous times. I'm sure a curved needle wouldn't prevent that, but it probably would have minimized the injuries. The handmade pages are more delicate, and I felt like this type of chain stitch is going to hold these pages the most securely without tearing. It turned out pretty good, but to be honest, this will probably just become a junk journal or get recycled down the road. Inking the cover helped strengthen and elevate the overall quality of the handmade paper, but the inner pages, they're still very delicate and aren't up to a standard that I would consider gifting to someone else. I need to experiment more with making my own paper. I'm sure using recycled printer paper is contributing to a lot of my dismay, but the point is to make a better product through recycling, and so far, this isn't it. In the next two examples, I'll be using 100% cotton mix media paper, an artist quality paper. These are the A4 size cuts from the previous episode. As I mentioned before, cutting 22 by 30 inch sheets of paper into A4 size pages create a lot of wasted offcuts, so I won't be doing that again. I have an idea of how I want to bind my final sketchbook, but I'll practice on these A4s first. In this case, I don't have a cover and I want a flexible binding stitch which will allow the page spread to lay flat when it's open. This binding method is where I wished I had a curved needle. I was struggling to pull the poker straight needle through in some areas, and I had to be careful not to damage the paper as well as my fingers in the process. For this sketchbook, 2 spreads are used for the front and back covers. I'll be creating 3 signatures consisting of 2 pages each for the inner pages. Did you spot my faux pas? Let me know in the comments if you spotted my mistake. Of course, I didn't see it until editing the footage and after it was sent out for the mail of the month, go figure. Overall, I'm so happy with the result, even despite my faux pas. The 22 by 30 inch sheet of paper cost me $3.99 Canadian on sale, and with it I was able to create an artist quality sketchbook which can handle a variety of mediums. page binding didn't really take as long as I expected it would. I filmed and bound all 3 of these before lunchtime. I even messed up a few times and had to pull out my stitches. Not sure what to do with your sketchbook? A good exercise to help you get started would be to work on the cover pattern. As I noted in the last episode, the print didn't turn out as I had hoped it would, but embellishing this pattern becomes a great activity to break in the new book. Check out my website diette.ca if you want to learn more about this project or join my mail club. That's it for this episode. Thanks for watching.